What's up, Amelia? I'm the Uncanny Dayspring.
I'm the adjectiveless Flinkman.
And I'm the marvelous Michael Ham.
Perfect.
I love that you finally have an adjective in front of your name.
I know. Last time, I don't know, Flink, if you listened to the last episode that I was on, I almost said the adjectiveless Flinkman instead of, like, my own name. Because I had to, like, go second, and I was like, I'm also, and I just repeated whatever Dayspring said. I don't even know what it was. I was just like, I'm also the thing you said.
I can't keep up. I mean, the pace of
my God,
Dayspring's
daily
releases,
episodes.
Yeah, so I haven't heard it, but I'm flattered, and like you could borrow my adjective if you need to.
Whenever you're not there, I'll
please feel free.
Guys, the amount of news that comes out of Marvel, Hasbro, X-Men, Marvel Studios, it's never ending. I mean, today alone, Famke photographed on a bike. We have to drop what we are doing.
Groundbreaking. Stop the presses.
Oh my God. Whenever there's an upload and I get the notification, I'm like, will it be 15 minutes or an hour and 45? Let's find out.
I mean, you can pretty much guarantee if it lists me and as a collaborator, it's going to be an hour and 45 plus.
100%.
I mean, today's episode is going to be an hour plus because we are going to be discussing our 2024 Marvel Legends wish list.
Like, I look forward to this episode every year because I can just talk about these fucking toys like endlessly and why I want them and all the costumes and accessories and alternate heads. Like, this is my favorite. And Hammy, I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here this year.
I can't wait to just ruin this for everyone.
Hammy has like final boss energy here.
Always. I got to make my list. I was lazy, so I made my list last because everyone already had theirs. So I kind of got left with the scraps. So it's super chaotic. Everything that I've listed.
Well, we could have overlapped. Like, there's no real rules here. You didn't. You wanted to have unique characters. Let's not play.
Well, now, bitch. Final boss energy. the final form. Someone had overlapping characters and then decided to change it last minute. So...
It's true. It was me. I'm the one given the sass that I can't even. I'm writing the checks that my
That's right.
I had said when I was doing the list that I wanted to be very irrational with my list, and I put all these characters, and now I'm looking at your lists, and I'm like, these are all the characters I want as well. Between all three of us, we have 30 figures plus 3 baths, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I want every single one of them. There's one or two.
I want all of them. For real. Like, you both described your lists as chaotic, and I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, I would buy every figure on all 3 of these lists. So there's no chaos. There's no chaos here.
I don't know. There's one. Okay, fine. Maybe there's 1 or 2 that I would definitely buy at Ross for $7.99, and even then, I would think it's overpaying.
That's the new strategy now, man. After all of these fucking Black Friday and like December sales online, I'm like, I'm never buying a non-mutant full price ever again in my life. Never.
No.
It's brutal. Like, the amount of people that are like posting that they found these Marvel Legends that we paid full price for, like $25.
The retro X-Men wave full of beautiful, gorgeous figures.
Are they at Ross? Really?
Yes. My coworker found Spiral, our #1 Marvel Legend of 2023, at fucking Ross.
Why don't they restock like the main stores like Target, Walmart? Why are they always sold out? Why don't they just bring in more inventory if that inventory sold and moved?
They're on to the next thing, baby.
Like, I understand, like, there's some characters that I like very much, and I understand that they're peg warmers. Like, who's a peg warmer currently? MJ. No Way Home MJ is a peg warmer for me here in Florida. And she was also in Pennsylvania. So I understand there's certain characters that are going to be peg warmers, but Spiral would not be a peg warmer.
I don't know. I assume it all comes down to timing of shipments. I gave up any caring about logistics and ocean freight when I left my prior job. So I have no answer for you.
Oh my gosh.
I just can't believe we live in a world where Spiral is on sale at Ross. A Marvel Legends Spiral is on sale at Ross. Mind-blowing to me.
Mind-blowing. Terrible. Horrible. The worst thing that could possibly happen.
The worst thing that's currently going on in the world right now is that Spiral is on sale at Ross.
Oh, God.
My God. 2024.
Happy New Year, one and all.
So before we dive into our list, I wanted to gauge the temperature in the room, how we feel about all the upcoming Marvel Legends that have been announced by Hasbro for 2024. Are we excited for these figures?
Yes. I mean, what do you expect me to say when there's a Madeline Pryor figure coming my way? Like, I am excited, and I know Hammy is like shitting himself over Executioner. So like,
Hammy, literally, I was in the middle of a gig. He was calling me. He was texting me. He's here like, they have Executioner. Where do I pre-order? He was so excited for this.
I play Marvel Legends like the stock market, so once that announcement came out, I ran to all the like stores that I've ever seen the like original Toy Biz Executioners and was like, I'll take these, they're going on eBay, this character's gonna be huge all of a sudden. So I'm very happy to get that action figure. I'm ready.
I mean, just like Dayspring's ready if Nate Gray ever does anything ever again.
Yeah, he has a Mafex coming out.
Stay tuned.
I'm sure I'll be able to get one on
Amazon.
Amazon for $25 this Christmas.
I know that's going to be the only Mafex figure that's on sale. Yeah, I think what they've revealed so far, especially the X-Men 97 Wave 2, has been a slam dunk. I know we've sort of cocked our head at Lady Psylocke / Lady Mandarin and why they didn't go the route of the armor Psylocke, but Hammy actually filled in some gaps for me on DMs.
Oh, for sure. The minute I listened to your episode, I was like, obviously they're not giving you Outback Psylocke because they don't want you to finish your Outback team. Like, the minute, like, Hasbro has a knack for not giving us the figures we need to finish a team. So
y'all are jumping right into my
I'm just saying.
You may
I'm just saying that's the reason we didn't get Outback Psylocke is because it would finish the Outback team basically, and they ain't having it. They said we're going to start you on a new team. Well, stay tuned, listeners.
I will fight to the death that we do not have an Outback Storm. We do not have an Outback Storm.
That's true, listeners. He will fight to the death.
I will.
We have ended our friendship maybe once or twice over a conversation about Outback Era Storm.
Listen, Outback Era Storm is Toy Biz Wave 1, half mohawk, half flowing locks with the black costume and the lightning bolt on her chest. I will not back down until my first ever X-Men action figure is recreated in Legends. I just won't. I can't do it.
She was an icon. I don't know if she was my first. She definitely wasn't my first ever X-Men action figure, because by the time I came to X-Men, that wave was already kind of off the shelf. Like, I found Cyclops and the helmet, but then the silver costume one with like the Coke can,
yes.
I
loved her.
Yeah,
her correctly colored silver costume. Yes,
I do like that. It was correctly colored silver costume. I do think of it as silver. Anyways, okay. So this is our top 10 list. We each have different figures. Folks at home, family at home, get comfortable. Pour a glass of vodka.
A glass,
not a shot.
No. Just pure vodka or a glass of wine, and let's dive into our number 10 pick. And Hammy, why don't you kick us off?
Absolutely. This is so far-fetched, but I think everyone would be pissed off if I didn't say it. If they knew me, I want a Fox version of Iceman as a Marvel Legend. We've got Wolverine, Mystique, Xavier, Magneto. We got 2 Xaviers. We got 2 Magnetos. We got, or give me a 2-pack. Give me a Rogue and Iceman 2-pack or something. But like, I'm just an Iceman stan. This one's just for all the Iceman stans out there. I just want a Shawn Ashmore.
We all want Shawn Ashmore.
Yeah, all of us have wanted Shawn Ashmore at some points in our life. I mean, count me in with the Iceman stands, because I would absolutely love this figure. I, to this day, regret giving up my Toy Biz X2 Shawn Ashmore figure.
Why would you give it up?
Because people were paying like $100 for him.
Yeah.
And I was poor.
He was a chase figure.
He was, and
that
he was
figure was impossible to find. Ryan, my brother, found him at KB Toys for $6.99. It was so high. And then Jeff had one too, so we had two of them.
Oh, well, you can give me one.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. We just solved that. We figured that out. No, but we need a new one. My point is we need a nice new update. I completely agree. And as long as he comes with a bottle of Dr. Pepper for my Logan figure to create the most homoerotic scene in Marvel history, please.
Can we get a variant of Shawn Ashmore naked with the Canadian flag over him?
Oh, yes.
That's iconic. That image is always, I think about that photo shoot at least once a week.
What would you say if I said I didn't know what you're talking about? Oh my God, your faces. Like,
oh my God.
What did I just do?
Can I ask you, have you ever jerked off to Shawn Ashmore? The answer is no. No,
this is not that podcast.
The answer is
not that podcast.
The answer is no, you have not. Because if you have jerked off to Shawn Ashmore, you would know this photo. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Oh, that killed me. Oh my God.
I will not be baited into this.
You're straight. That is what you are. You're just straight.
Confirmed. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Right,
let me see.
Click on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There.
No,
it's in the chat.
That's excellent.
I don't know why I didn't. Yeah.
Fully endorse this this Chase variant figure. Yes.
Fine. How about Shawn Ashmore in an Alpha Flight costume?
Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere, boys.
Do you think he'll be in Deadpool 3?
No.
Why not?
Not a chance. No, not a chance.
Why?
I don't know. There are more. Because I don't want to be sad when he's not. Okay, how's that?
Fine,
is that what you wanted from me?
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I was looking for. This hard-hitting journalism.
I'm not expecting it. I refuse.
Not on my list, but what I would love, when you mention a 2-pack with Rogue, I would love a 2-pack with Rogue, but Days of Future Past Rogue. I love that figure. And I think there was somewhere, like in Brazil, they had released, it may have been a bootleg figure of Rogue in that costume, in that white costume, and it was like a small Happy Meal size figure. I wish I could get it. I've looked for it online, I can't find it, but I would love a Marvel Legends Rogue and an Iceman like that.
So that's my next hard-hitting investigative question is, do you have a preference for, would you want scruffy Days of Future Past? Would you want the black leather X3? Okay.
Yeah. Black leather X3 for sure.
Pink Man.
I want Hasbro's incredible figures and face technology to make the exact same figure that we had before.
Yeah.
I guess that was that X2 or was that X3?
It was X2.
It was X2.
X2, yep. Yeah. Just give me the same figure redone with today's technology.
Yeah.
And Dayspring can do his dirty business.
Yeah. We don't need to talk. That's not this podcast.
Yeah. Not it.
Did they ever do they didn't do X3 figures. They did a comics wave, which was like the X-Men Legends, and then we got some of the figures in the Hasbro Marvel Legends, but we never got dedicated. Yeah, but Colossus, we never got a dedicated one, right? Yeah,
correct.
All right. Well, fair enough.
Your memory hasn't failed you in this one instance.
Anyways, okay. Shawn Ashmore, great choice, Hammy. Number 10.
Mm-hmm.
What's your number 10, Flink?
Okay, well, I guess we're kicking it off on a movie note. I don't think I've ever requested anything other than comic figures before, so this is a first for me, but spoilers, not the last. So my choice is MCU Binary. This is the third unique version of Lashana Lynch that we've had in the MCU, and I think it's time that she gets a Legends figure. And Binary has always been my favorite form of Carol's, and they basically recreated the costume as comic accurately as they recreate anything in the MCU, and I just thought it looked amazing, and she is incredible, and give her to me. I want it.
I can't argue with that. I thought that was such a wonderful... Listen, we've talked about the Marvels ad nauseum on this podcast. I know no one's seen it because it was a box office flop. So, I think she was a wonderful surprise at the end. I really love Binary. I think she looked beautiful. My thing is, I want one day Brie Larson and her to be together on screen as Binary. give us a binary figure. I don't really collect the MCU figures with the exception of like the Spider-Man and maybe an Elizabeth Olsen figure here and there.
I was going to say Wanda.
Yeah, I got to Wanda. Although, it's funny. We did not put Wanda on our top Marvel Legends list. I had Control. Thank you. She's a wonderful figure.
She's basically the same figure from 2 years ago anyway.
Fine, fair. Jesus. But
Hammy, thoughts on binary?
It's great.
Sure.
Sure, he says. Sure, he says. I give Sean Ashmore 20 years too late a full-throated endorsement. Maybe this is maybe this is that podcast. And all I get for my binary is a sure. Great.
Okay.
Great.
I love it for you.
Okay.
I think it's genuinely. I think
Sure.
it's a good idea for MCU collectors. Like, I think the figure would be incredible, and I think you're right that actress deserves her fucking action figure.
Yeah.
I just don't collect MCU, so it would never be on my most wanted, I guess.
I generally don't collect MCU either. I have
But the ladies.
I have some MCU ladies. Some, not all. Like I'll buy an Agatha Harkness, but I won't buy a Wasp. That doesn't make any sense. But
Why would you buy Wasp? No one should buy Wasp.
No, but I generally agree. But the movie that everybody hated and said is the end of the MCU is the movie that made me want more MCU toys. It's fine, Hammy. It's fine. You can have your wrong opinions. Okay.
I liked it.
Okay. Then why are you hiding from me?
I'm just you calling out all the haters. I love it. That's all.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm like,
Yes.
no, we're gonna have a rough time if you
don't worry. The haters will come to the Power of X-Men DMs.
Literally,
Perfect.
all I have to do is say I'm excited for the Marvels, and people shut me down. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Literally locked out of Instagram for 24 hours for saying I liked the Marvels. So
that seems fair.
Let them come.
Maybe it is that podcast.
Maybe.
Christ.
All right. My number 10, and I think this is a unanimous, it's Sync. Marvel Legends Sync. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Great.
Wait, sure? Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
No,
I love how Flink and I are like Hammy's the villain of this episode.
No,
I mean, it's usually me, so
I'm all for finishing teams, so I am 100% for it. 100%. Yeah. I didn't get a Monet, so the reason being, I know they're never going to finish that fucking team.
That's fair.
It is fair. It is fair.
But they're going to dangle one figure. Who do you think the figure is going to be? It's either going to be Skin or Husk.
No, they can let them dangle Mondo. That's fine.
No, you need Mondo. You need to build a figure
you need
Mondo.
somebody who is actually a member of the team.
Fine, fair, but I feel
that.
like he's like an iconic in terms of imagery. He's iconic.
Yes, I want him, but if we are playing sudden death with Gen X characters, it's going to be Mondo or it's going to be Gaia, okay? And like it's not going to be any of the core group. Which, by the way, back to the figure requested here, would be mine probably, yeah. I had to check my list to make sure I'm not full of shit. Would be my next choice for a Gen X member. I think Sync is having a moment, and why not cap it off with it? Because he's not going to once the Krakoan era is over, we'll never see him again. So why not cap off his successful couple of years with an action figure?
Yeah, and I just think with getting Chamber and M in the Chode wave, it's obvious they're going to do some.
It is that podcast. It is that podcast.
Wait, what did I say? I don't get
Chode.
Oh.
Okay, we got to get our shit together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So I just think we are getting more Generation X figures. So that's my number 10 is Sync, and then to dive into number 9, I want Husk. So my 10th would be Sync, and my 9th would be Husk. I love Generation X. I want those. That's the next great team we need to build out.
Yeah, I fully endorse that idea, and there's no excuse for them to not make a Husk when we have the body ready to go.
I'd love to get like maybe at least a 3-pack. I think it would take a 3-pack for me to decide to start collecting Gen X. I would need at least 3 plus M plus Chamber to really be like, okay, they might. So I display all my legends by teams, so I don't just have everyone together. So the idea of just having a couple Gen X members that sit in a bin for 8 years while I wait for the team to finish does not appeal to me.
Hammy's coming for tracks today. Do you see that?
I mean, but you have like a super fair point, because by the time they get around to like releasing the rest of the team, they're just gonna reissue Monet in like a different shade of yellow boots that isn't gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they did with all the Jim Lee people. So you fair point, and I'm stupid for buying 3 of her probably, but that's just who I am.
No, that's going to be worth 99 cents one day at Ross. So like,
if not already, Jesus Christ.
Hammy, what is your number 9?
My number 9 is Eric the Red. Sorry, before we started recording, Dayspring said that there was a couple that he didn't want and that he would pick up if they were at Ollie's. So now every time I say one, I'm worried that it's that one.
No, I would love Eric the Red.
It's not going to be Eric the Red. No,
it's not Eric the Red.
No, definitely.
I know he doesn't matter right now, but there's no reason to do him. And he in here, he always matters.
Always.
And they've done like a Toy Biz one, and I know Hasbro loves going through the Toy Biz line and redoing those. So there's, I think there's a good. Do you think he'd be too? No, they did Hercules. I was gonna say, okay, hold on. The fact that they won't do a Goblin Queen, but they'll do Hercules is outrageous. I've never actually thought about it before.
Double standard.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off.
I agree with you 100%. I haven't even thought about that until now. You're absolutely... Hercules is practically naked, but then Madeline Pryor's Inferno outfit is
Let's not even talk about Namor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Namor is...
Listen, we're going off here, but I think you're onto something for real though. He's definitely in the realm. They're doing Starjammers now, so he wouldn't be completely out of nowhere, because I'm pretty sure he was really I don't think he wasn't released in the Phoenix Saga wave alongside the other Starjammers in the Toy Biz era, but he was released like coinciding with that. So I could see it. Do you want him in his shorty shorts or like full pants?
My heart says shorty shorts, but the fact that they did Toy Biz in pants makes me want pants. So
it's an easy custom job.
Exactly.
Give him his cutoffs he deserves, and we
just
deserve
give him the Hercules legs if you really want the shorty shorts.
I think he would be great with a 2-pack with Lalandra in the spider bathing suit and an M-Cron crystal.
Sure,
all this guy wants.
He does that spider bathing suit and M-Cron crystal.
The rebellion outfit. That's all I want. And by the way, also shout out to Jason for doing a killer Eric the Red at LA Comic-Con.
I mean, everything Jason does is killer. Everything.
That's the real reason we need a figure, is because Jason does like Marvel Legends accurate quality costumes, and the fact that there's no Eric the Red is atrocious, because that man deserves an Eric the Red.
Do it for Jason, Hasbro. Do it for Jason.
Do it for Jason. All right, Flink, you're number 9.
All right, well, we kind of touched on this earlier, so I'm just going to dive right in. My number 9 is Outback Psylocke, and I'm talking about the purple and pink armor that she wore. I think Uncanny X-Men 232. I don't know. Like, it's not my job to know these things. Oh, wait, it kind of is. But the point is, not some lady Psylocke nonsense. I mean, I hate to say I told you so yet again, Dayspring, but I did say
I have a list of I told you so's too, you know, not just lady Psylocke.
I mean, just give me Betsy Braddock in her freaking stupid cloak and her pretty.
And he's like, if I wait long enough, they'll just fight amongst themselves.
I don't need to do anything.
You just sit back. I just like, I'm not even sure that this figure would have been on my list if Hasbro hadn't broken my heart so badly a few weeks ago. So now I feel like I have to like lead a one-man campaign for this figure until it happens.
I was irrationally like angry that we did get Lady Psylocke and not Outback era Psylocke, because I was sure it was going to be Outback era Psylocke. But again, I think what Hammy said is very true. If they complete this, team, then you don't have the collectors coming back and waiting and wanting more. And that is from a marketing business perspective, it makes sense.
It makes sense, but like, There's so it's like they could make everybody on this list and we would be back with 30 more fucking characters next year anyway. So like who no. Like
yes,
they have a business model for life.
That's true, but I would have if all 30 of these characters showed up next year, I would have a very difficult time coming up with a list. Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like most of these characters have been on this same list for every year you've done this podcast. So it's yeah. Anyway.
So if all 30 of these figures were made, and let's say they're $25.99 a pop times 30, that would be $780 we would spend in Marvel Legends. It's not terrible.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad.
For 30 of your favorite figures.
Yeah.
But by the time these figures come out, they're going to be $57 because of inflation. So,
oh gosh, I know. Okay,
fine.
Number 8 for me is Adam X, aka Extreme, and I want him like he was on that X-Force cover with the backwards hat, not that Toy Biz figure we got with him in the gray armor. And someone did a custom Marvel Legends Adam X recently. I forgot who it was, but I saw it and I was like, I want it. That is what I want. And he has the custom had a retro card packaging on it, and that's exactly how I want him delivered to us. That's it. Adam X, number 8. I want to see you guys. There's nothing to say. Come at me. Come.
No.
Yep. You want Adam X?
You do want Adam X? I expected this one. I thought this would for sure be on your list. Yeah.
I look, I don't have any. I would buy him, all right, at Ross, but I would buy him
at Ross. You would not buy him at Ross. You would see him at Target and you would buy him. I know, bitch. I know you.
Yes. I would buy. I wouldn't buy any X-Men at Ross probably, but he's just not. I don't know. Like he's just he's not my favorite. He's not near my favorites. But why
is he not your favorite? How is he not one of your favorites?
Why should he be?
Yeah, I think the onus of proof is on you on this one, Dayspring.
Like, stay tuned for a future episode of Power of X-Men, a case for Adam X.
Like he's got that cool 90s vibe that I do love, but like there are other characters that have like I would want like a 90s vibe I would want before Adam X is like Nate Gray in a mesh top. You know what I mean? Like that would be my kind of like bad 90s vibe.
Oh, look at Hammy. Hammy's like, yes, I agree.
No, I didn't say anything.
Your eyebrows, your beautifully manicured eyebrows said otherwise.
No, I think so. I would get Adam X immediately because I would want to have like a Summers gray display. Yeah. Like I don't have a Corsair, but if they dropped Adam X, I'd be like, well, now I have to also get Corsair. Like I need the whole family now. I need to
Corsair.
He was a good. He's a good figure.
I would not. I know that you're trying to be a good boy, so I wouldn't like try to corrupt you. But like Corsair is objectively amazing, and you need to buy him.
I'm very strictly. I look at a figure now and I go, is it bin or display? And if it's bin, I just don't get it. And
I mean, that's admirable.
That is some really good like self-control there.
No, Corsair.
So we didn't talk about it, but Angel, the new Angel, that's an immediate buy because that's going to get displayed. I'll probably buy like 3 of them for different teams or different settings or different whatevers. But like,
the champions are suddenly going to be on Hammy's shelf.
If they give me Skunk Girl, I will go out and get Corsair.
Please. So at least she's a skunk. Thank you. That settles a debate from last week.
Listen, there was a lot of confusion because in the animated series, she meows like a cat when Rogue grabs her by the tail.
Well, that is a rare misstep by the X-Men the animated series. A rare misstep. Bodemayo fix it.
Right. Okay, great. So you guys don't want Extreme and you guys are BFFs and
he said he would buy it immediately and I said I'd get him on clearance.
Okay, fine. Fine. You're right. Anyways, moving on.
To what?
Bitch, you're number 8. Okay.
It's me. Okay. All right. So my number 8, I'm gonna be back on my MCU bullshit, but I'm picking, big surprise, I'm picking Dar-Benn. I mean, I need somebody for the Marvels to fight, and I need her with her big, awesome Cosmo Rod. And that's just, yeah, like I give me Dar-Benn. Fight me.
Wild.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wild.
No, I don't have to fight you because I wouldn't even buy her at Ross for $7.99.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't really collect the MCU figures. I thought Dar-Benn
Here we go. Here are the excuses.
I thought Dar-Benn was the weakest part of the Marvels. I didn't like her as much. Sadly.
I mean, is she the greatest villain in the MCU? No. Is she the worst villain in the MCU? No. But you know what? She's one of the few that hasn't gotten an action figure, and I'd like her to have an action figure so that I can have someone for the ladies to fight, because quite frankly, those are the only MCU figures I'll probably ever display. So,
but I agree with you. For a Marvels display, she is essential. Like, have her with like the big old like rod in the center and all the 3 ladies there. I agree 100% on it.
And you'll be able to get her at Ross for 99 cents very quickly.
I can't believe that we live in a world again that they're like Marvel Legends are appearing at Ross. It's insane.
Is that not a sign? That's probably should be like a bad sign, right?
I think so.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pretend. Episode. Yeah, that's another episode. Is the Marvel Legends bubble going to pop?
Oh gosh. Anyways, okay, Hammy, you're number 8.
Number 8 is I need a green Jim Lee Banshee, or I'm gonna scream. No pun intended. Well, not Jim Lee. Sorry, I need a. Sorry. The
take
blue one is the Jim Lee one. No, I don't need to take anything from the top. I have my my giant size display, and I would like to add a Banshee to that. And because I still have the old Banshee in my giant size display, and it's embarrassing.
Well, but you need, if you're going to display the giant size team, you got the completionist. You have to have.
Oh yeah, them. I need all of them. I need everyone who's on the cover in the background. Yeah. I need every character that's in that like one panel. I didn't put them on my list, but I do want a Colossus that's depowered with like the blue legs. Like
yes.
I want
and
the whole thing.
That. Oh wait, with the blue legs. No, I don't want
like with the blue legs.
No, I want him without the blue legs.
No, see, I think this is me and Hammy versus you and Sean. Like, no, he needs.
God.
Yeah, I think it was Sean that also is not a fan of the blue legs, and I'm just afraid that you're both wrong.
Unfortunately, I'm not even afraid.
Unfortunately, you're wrong.
It says you're wrong, Ash. So I was displaying that Banshee figure for the longest time, as you know, Flink, because when we reviewed Siren, we had them side by side. I don't know. I don't feel particularly strongly about that figure either way. I acknowledge it's not a good one, but I also don't hate it enough where I need another, version of it. But I will happily take it because this new Banshee we have is so great. The Strike Force Banshee.
I think for me, while I would buy Green Banshee, I fully support the creation of said Green Banshee, but I think for me, if we're the next Banshee on my list is probably Generation X, because again, I always have to make it clear that despite the fact that the uniforms are so similar, that is not a Generation X Banshee. So if we can just get Green Banshee and Gen X Banshee at the same time, throw in a Screaming Head Siren, let's do that.
You sounded like Cher from Clueless when you're like, so if we could just get into the kitchen and get a Generation X Banshee, we can certainly. You sounded hysterical.
Have I upset Hammy? He's rubbing his face. What's wrong? What did I do?
No, it's fine. You know what? I don't care. So give me a Generation X Banshee too. They're not different enough for me to give a shit.
But they are.
They are.
They are.
What is the matter with you, Hammy? Oh my god!
Look at the boom boom we've got. What a hodgepodge mess of a character. They were just give her whose vest? She's wearing one person's vest and another person's belt, and yeah, I want a real boom boom too, but I just need a fucking green Banshee to go in my display.
And I want a green. Okay, then I retract my statement. The next Banshee should be Green Banshee because Hammy wants him more than I do.
Oh my god, can he come with a little pipe too? Do you remember when he had a pipe?
He needs to come with an ugly leprechaun head for sure.
100%. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
Emmy, why don't you kick us off at number 7?
Sure. I want an X Factor gene. Red and yellow suit. And if I hear any shit, I'm actually shutting off the camera and the microphone and leaving.
Oh, you know someone else on this podcast is gonna have an opinion on that.
Who? Me?
You. Yes, you.
Am I the Jean Grey stan? Why?
I'm happy with red, yellow and red. Jean Grey X Factor.
Well, is it my preferred color? No, but I don't want Hammy to hang up on me. So
what is your preferred? Wait, how can you have it? You want the green and gold one?
Did I say that?
Well, you said it wasn't your preferred color. So what other X Factor gene within this context? Yes, she has another one, but like,
well, that's my favorite one.
Okay. Was it because Dazzler was supposed to wear that one? Was Dazzler supposed to wear those colors?
Why are you trolling me when I'm being so peaceful? I'm saying give Hammy what he wants, and I will support it and buy it. And you're baiting me with Dazzler. It's just not right. The way that I'm treated around here.
Oh
I feel like I'm walking off set. Oh my god, I'm the Alyssa Milano to your Shando now.
You absolutely are. I'm taking that for sure. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's my completionist, like, because we've already got the other figures to make that color arrangement work. I would love green and gold too, because I love the like Apocalypse first appearance Louise Simonson cover. So like I'll take any of them honestly, but I think I need one more specifically to finish my team. So
and I definitely think that she was, no shade to the original creative team of X Factor, but she was definitely drawn better by Simonson in the red with the big hair rather than like the skull cap with the like little pony thing. So I'm with you. Like, yes, give us red. Red is more important. More people like it. My niche favorite does not need to win this time.
But there was the green and gold Spider-Woman figure, or the Spider-Woman figure that was repainted in the green and gold costume, which I did hunt for years after it came out. I've always thought that they should just do an Inferno 3-pack, re-release the X Factor Cyclops, give us a Madeline Pryor, give us a Baby Cable, and then do X Factor Jean. I prefer, gold and red, but green and gold, whatever. I mean, to be accurate to Inferno, it's going to be, red. But I think that would just be a slam dunk. And then you can just do a running change. You can do a running change and like make her green if you wanted to. But they don't do running changes anymore, do they?
No, what they're going to do is they're going to give us exactly what you just said, the Inferno 3-pack, and then they're going to release green Jean single carded with a bath part we all want later.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Sending shivers down my spine with how accurate that is.
Listen, as a crazy Jean stan, I support this marketing plan.
Of course. Of course you do. Of course you do. God, no, I'm all in on X Factor Jean no matter how she comes.
Oh my god, guys, we're only still on number 7 and we've already been recording for like an hour.
Are we really? Has it really been an hour?
Jesus Have we not been? It's 8:30. It's 8:23.
Well, we
started
like 20 minutes late. Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Number 7. Blink, you're number 7.
All right, well, back to that whole completing teams rant that you may have heard a couple of times. Yeah, give us Harry Leland. He's the only figure we need to complete the classic Hellfire Club. Yeah, give me the big dude and the coattails. Like, why the hell not?
He's coming in a 5-pack with some repaints.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. I would buy the 5-pack to get him. I'm 100% with you. I need it. It
has to happen.
It would have been on my list.
I'm worried that he wouldn't be able to be single carded. It would have to be a re-release with other figures. I agree 100% with you.
Give us a big shirtless Sebastian Shaw.
I agree
with that.
With nipples or without nipples?
With, of course.
No.
Okay, but I see a lot of people making customs of Harry Leland on the Kingpin body, and like, no shade, your customs are beautiful. But like, according to the Marvel vintage trading cards I consulted for this, Kingpin is like 7 foot tall and Leland is like not even 6 foot tall. So like, no, Hasbro, don't go too crazy big. He's big in the sense that he's fat and jolly like a Santa Claus, but he's not like big. So
no, he's Doc Ock. He's like, that's the body I've seen that the best customs have been the Doc Ock body.
See, I haven't seen those. I need to see. Those are the ones I need to see. Like I've resisted leaving half shady comments on giant Harry Leland figures, and that's just not appropriate.
You're a classy lady.
You are a classy lady. I feel that, like, out of the Hellfire Club box set, Mastermind and Emma would have been the ones that they could have done, or even Celine, the Celine head, and Jean. Any of those figures really could have been on their own, but someone like Leland needs to be part of a box set. So it's curious to me that they gave us all those really big heavy hitters, and then you have someone like Leland who is like, you know, he's going to need to be part of a box set in order to like move the figure. Otherwise, he's going to be a peg warmer.
Re-release condom head Cyclops that nobody can find and is like $200.
Oh, it's
Sebastian Shaw, Harry Leland, gold.
Boom, right there.
Box set.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hasbro, take note. Yatu Savis. All
right.
Savis. Mine.
Familia.
My number 7, speaking of Familia, is Fabian Cortez. I want this figure. I want him in his Acolyte costume. I'll take him in his Krakoan age outfit. Yeah,
you've come around. You've seen the light.
I want. Listen. Wait. What do you mean? I've seen the light.
When you were insisting on this figure years ago, you wanted him in his 3-piece suit from Sword, and we're like, no. Okay, if he comes in his Acolyte suit,
you're being so mean. You know why I suggested that? Because I had such a beautiful memory of reviewing Sword with you when I was at my deals place on West Palm Beach before we broke up. It was such a beautiful memory, and that's why I love those issues of Sword. So that's why I was fighting for it. So. Anyways, I think realistically his 90s Acolyte is going to be the best version, and you can put him in a 2-pack with Exodus.
Yes. Thank you.
You can put him in a 2-pack with Exodius and or 3-pack. Get Frenzy in there as well. It would be wonderful. I just think he would be. I think he is an important figure to have in the context of Magneto and his Acolytes.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I want Exodus more, but I think Fabian Cortez, if you're going to make another Acolyte, it's obviously going to be him. And I appreciate the fact that he's done something in the last decade. So, like, keep it coming.
Yeah. Wait, speaking of Exodius, I don't think we have him on this list.
No, it's my fault. I dropped him.
Spoilers for the rest of the list. Poor Exodus did not make it onto.
He was on the list. He was, but I dropped him for a more long shot character who needs, the list. You've heard my list so far. Like the people I'm choosing need love.
That's what you're going for.
I'm pretty happy with all of these figures, but yes, if we could have done an extra figure, Exodus definitely would have been on
honorable mention.
Honorable mention is Exodus. Exodius. Sorry.
Exodius. Pardon. Excuse.
Smarten the fuck up.
All right.
I went to school in Texas.
Oh, okay. That's an excuse.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6, Hammy.
My number 6 is Age of Apocalypse Storm. I was torn between that and Gambit, honestly, but I think I would take the Storm first. I mean, for obvious, I know we have a ton already of Age of Apocalypse figures. I know a ton end up on clearance, so it's very unlikely that this is ever going to happen. But I'm just upset that we didn't get some of the best characters in the waves. It felt like they were holding off, and then when the second wave didn't sell very well, all hope was lost. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think she was probably part of a planned wave 3 that is probably never going to happen. But the thing with Storm is that when you think of the X-Men, like the first 3 names people think of are going to be Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, possibly Jean Grey, but Storm is in the conversation. And I think a variant of Storm is inevitable in the line. So, and I think my next pick for a Storm would either be Joe Mad Storm or AOA Storm. Either one would be phenomenal. Yeah, no, I fully support that, and I'm surprised. Like, so you do display you're a completionist, but you'll display AOA as it is. You have AOA?
I do. So currently AOA is on my display, but on the bottom shelf, not standing.
Oh, okay, because they can't. You're ashamed of them because they're not.
I'm ashamed. I have some leeway when they've got like, how many are there? Like 12,
yeah, there's
13?
A lot. Yeah.
So like they fill a whole shelf whether the team's complete or not. So they still like look really good together.
And I mean those costumes are gorgeous. Some of the best in the franchise history, honestly. So
agree.
Give me Storm and Gambit. I'll throw Sugar Man right in the fucking trash.
Listen, I've always wanted a Marvel Legends AOA Gambit. He's not on my list this year, but Storm. I'm looking at the Wave 2 figures, and they could have easily swapped out Legion and put in Storm for that. I mean, I don't.
Well, yeah, he's important, but he was obviously an easy figure for them to make.
Yeah. But I mean, in terms of like, he's Legion Quest, but thinking of AOA proper with these figures. I love the AOA waves. I love Age of Apocalypse so much. I would have loved Storm. I would have loved Gambit. I would have wanted Dazzler with her little Siggy. Oh my God, Siggy Dazzler.
Dreams.
Nightcrawler was another one we should have gotten from this wave. I mean, they could have easily done a wave 3. It is so odd to me to be talking about how this wave didn't sell, because I'm looking at this wave right now and I'm like, I think it's better than the first wave. And
Agreed.
I'm still metabolizing Ollies. I didn't know Ollies existed until I went to it like a month and a half ago. And yes, this entire wave is there on clearance. There's no defense for it. I just can't believe it didn't move. Can't believe.
We talked about this a little bit in DMs. Like, my thought was the first wave came out, it sold incredibly well. So Hasbro overshot the second wave.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, we're gonna sell even more of these, and they didn't. And that's all. Because like, they're beautiful figures, they should have sold. I think if we could get the numbers, you would see that the second wave sold just as well as the first. They just overproduced.
Yep.
That's fair.
That's a very astute theory.
I think that's because they're awesome.
I'm sorry to say that I agree with you that Wave 1 probably did sell better than Wave 2, but there was one figure from Wave 1 that was always a peg warmer, always on discount.
Yeah,
our boy Nate Gray. So
she's not welcome.
We're burning the entire place down. If Nate's not going to be a bestseller, we're bringing the entire wave down. Anyways.
Oh God! See, and I thought you were going to be talking about Jean sideways in her box taking a shit.
No, man, Jean was sold out. Everyone wanted Jean.
Or did they want the giant bath piece with that hideous head?
That
we never know.
That Jean figure though, like that is a perfect Rachel head. I think that is a great modern like rise and fall of the She-Are Rachel head. I think it's chef's kiss, perfect Rachel.
If only they would give us a Rachel.
Anyways,
well, that's not on our list, so
no, Rachel would never be on anyone here's list.
Your number 6, Flink.
All right, well, here I am once again talking about completing teams, and let's just say it. I need the the precognitive lesbian Destiny. I need her. I have to have her. We need to complete that 80s Brotherhood team. That's my Brotherhood team. When I say Brotherhood, that's who I'm talking about every single time without question. I need her. Mystique wants her. It's time.
Question. So would you want her with an alternate head? Yes
sure.
Or no?
Yeah.
Which alternate head? Krakoan era or her as an older woman head?
Dazzler's face with Destiny's mask and a knife stabbed through it. That's the alternate head I want with Destiny.
Fair enough.
But to be fair, old woman. I would want the old woman, blind lady. When honestly, this is weird. My first Destiny was dead when I was first reading comics, obviously. So my very first comic that I read with Destiny was What If Rogue Absorbed the Powers of Thor? And in that she's drawn like this Auntie M with like a really tight bun and her little old lady glasses, and that's the alternate head I want.
I agree 100% with that.
This would have been on my list for sure. 100%. Don't care about. I would never change the head. Probably it would be nice to have an alternate head.
Yeah, I would never change the head either.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. I would only want the Dazzler one to have an excuse to buy another Dazzler figure to put in my display. But it is like,
I think you can have your cake and eat it too with the Destiny figure. You could, in theory, have two alternate heads, one that's Krakoan Age and one that's classic. But I'd be curious to see what post Krakoa, if we're going to get any more Krakoan era legends and where the character lands.
I just don't even need, like Hammy said, I don't think I would ever display her without her big, stupid, misshapen, like helmet head. I'm not even sure. Is it a hat? Is it a helmet? I really don't know.
God, her fucking neck must hurt so much walking around. Shit. Jesus, man.
It's just filled with cotton balls. It's also show. It's just, you can flatten it. I don't know. Just give us Destiny. And if you got to be, cheap about it, we don't need an alternate heads. Just the Madeline Pryor
seems like a simple figure to make. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I feel like they have enough parts to do it. And it's a crime that they haven't. I think a lot of our top 10 whatever are like genuinely our most wanted, but I think this one is like a most needed.
Correct. Yeah, I can agree with that.
This one's essential.
She can count on me to be reasonable sometimes.
This is me being reasonable.
I mean, that is fair. This is me being reasonable. To be honest, I'm unreasonable these days. The internet has made me this way. Y'all are not reasonable. Like in the comment section just today, unreasonable. We're not going to get into it. But
we are not touching that section. We are not at all. Moving on, my number 6. I feel like this is reasonable. It's the Soul Regent Storm, Hellfire Gala Storm. I love this Krakoan era look for her. It's not the Brotherhood. It's the initial Hellfire Gala with her hair as a cloud, the cape. I think it looks beautiful. I would just love this figure if they ever do a Krakoan era wave 2.
Hammy, you take the lead on this.
You are so mean today.
Why am I being mean? I'm letting our
polite. That was so polite. I'm here for it, so don't worry. I want it. I want it as a deluxe figure, but I want it packaged beautifully. Right? Yeah. Like I want it to feel different than every other toy. And so I think that if they did this Storm figure that was packaged in this like black and gold, still Hasbro-y packaging with the clear window like they used to, whatever, their old deluxe figures, I think it would sell instantly. If they sold it as a premium product, I think it would sell really well. I think if they just put it in a regular package, people would be like, well, it's nice, but do I need it? But if they sold it as like a premium, I think like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah. It would with like a step and repeat behind her or something.
Yes.
Like that would be no. And this is why I'm not being mean to you, is because I think this would be an awesome figure. And I think it's probably more likely than an AOA or a Joe Madstorm, which I said were like
I would love a Joe Madstorm.
Sorry, Hammy, I'm not calling yours unreasonable. I think AOA Storm is perfectly reasonable, but I agree that this version of Storm is not out of the realm of possibilities given existing parts and things of that nature. But I agree, she should be. There are things about her, like her hair, her cape, etc., her jewelry, that needs to make her a deluxe figure. And I would.
She needs like a lot of attention to detail. I agree with you. It's like how they're releasing Angel. That's the kind of format we were going to need her in like that big old box. 100% agree. If not, they would have to do an entire wave dedicated to the Hellfire Gala. And I just don't see them doing that.
And I don't want them to. To be perfectly honest, they're great designs. I don't think they're the most toy. A lot of them are not very toyetic. And so I think we would wind up with a lot of really plain looking figures that are supposed to be fabulous. I'm sorry, Hasbro. I don't doubt your abilities. I just don't think the money is. They would all have to be deluxe figures, and that's just not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Well, I also don't think the general audiences would care
Correct.
for them.
If AOA didn't land, then
if AOA is not
Gala.
landing,
yeah,
agreed, 100%.
I mean, I'm a little. The last thing I'll say about it is I'm a little hammy. I don't know where I would like put her. So like the necessity of it is so a little questionable.
We're so close to be able to having just like a storm display though, with all the different storms, right? Like that's what I would create that just for her.
You're right. You're right. I would put her with like my. Currently, I put first appearance Storm with like my Women of Marvel, like larger display, non-mutant display. I could see myself upgrading that to Soul Regent Storm any day. So fair.
Beautiful.
All right, we are in our top 5, and Flink, do you want to kick us off with your?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, here I am being unreasonable again. It's me, Flink, your pal. Standing the Marvels, obviously. Do
you have stock in this movie? Like, what is going on? Hey, listen, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's not 3 of my 10 spots should be devoted to it.
If I don't do it now, it's never, ever, ever, ever. It's not ever gonna happen already. So, but I feel like if I don't shoot my shot now, like it's never even like in the realm of worth shooting.
Right. They won't be on your 2025 list.
They're not going to be there probably because they're going to get made. No, I want Carol in her final cosmic outfit, the costume that the Aladdinans made her. That is basically just her in. Is it Genisfell? Have we ever Genisfell? I don't know that guy. The second male Captain Marvel. She's basically wearing his outfit. It is like literally translated from the page to the screen. It's beautiful. I love it. Brie Larson is amazing.
She looks so well. She looks so good and powerful in that suit. I remember when I saw it. It's like when you see Chris Evans in the Winter Soldier Captain America outfit. You're like, damn, that is a superhero. That is someone who stepped out of the comic book page. I don't think it'll happen, sadly. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that is a pie in the sky, but
that's what we're here for.
I would consider buying this figure. I would. I really would. And because I like the costume and I'm a Brie Larson stan. I literally over the course of the Marvels, in defending it, I realized that I have liked everything Brie Larson's in. I've never actively disliked Brie Larson, but if someone would have asked me, "Are you a Brie Larson fan?" I'd be like, "Oh, I enjoy her stuff." I don't just enjoy her stuff; I love everything she's been in, from United States of Terror to Room to Scott Pilgrim. I am obsessed, and I listen to Black Sheep every day. Her version, it's like number 2 on my Spotify for the year. I would probably buy this.
The internet has turned me into an irrational Brie Larson stan. I'm not. Some of those things you just listed, I watched for the first time after the Marvels. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, now I love her. And I watched Lessons in Chemistry being another thing that I watched just because.
Is that the Apple one?
Yes, and I cried every fucking episode of that show. Emotions, tears, real tears, and like, Brie Larson is reaching Jennifer Garner levels of like irrational love from me, and you have all of my haters to thank for that, guys. So, no spoilers, other spoilers in that statement whatsoever.
What did you think of her Golden Globes dress?
The best dressed, of course.
I mean, I don't know if she was better than Lizzie, but
I didn't. Who? Lizzie McGuire was there. Oh my.
I liked her. I liked her. I like her a lot in Prada. I think Brie Larson looks so chic in Prada.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't pretend to be a fashion gay. I haven't.
Well, you've been pretending to be a Brie Larson stan, and you haven't seen most of her stuff. Till now.
See, why do I need? I don't even need the comment section. I have.
Yeah, you got your own. Yeah, you got your own alt-right.
Do you
commentator.
see why I like literally muted this bitch for like a year of my life, circa 2016? I was like,
we're done. I literally just create all these fake accounts and just troll you.
Publishing Paul was a nightmare.
I was a nightmare when I was working in publishing. I will take onus of that in our relationship. You do not want me. Paul sober at a 9-to-5 job. You do not want to have to deal with him.
No,
I can't believe we're talking about publishing and Brie Larson, and Paul hasn't said his like famous catchphrase he says every podcast where he's like, we actually published The Room.
Emma Donahue at Hachette. She was lovely. I love that book so much.
I love that you love that.
I thought she was perfect as Ma, and she deserved that Oscar. And I went to the screening. I went to the screening of the movie. Well, I did because I'm a big Brie Larson fan. But I went to the screening, and I had known Brie Larson from United States of Terra, and I tweeted at her from my personal account. And Brie Larson, when she had, I'm not done. Stop it. Brie Larson only had 10,000 followers on Twitter at the time, and she
what a loser.
She liked my tweet. Brie Larson liked my tweet. Okay.
Yeah. And you saw Captain America at a bar. Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Listen, Dave Spring wants Brie Larson and Prada in Marvel Legends, and I'll just take her in her Captain Marvel suit. So
let me say that I love that. I love that suit a lot. It looked so slick in the movie. You're right, like Winter Soldier vibes. The darker colors were so good. It was amazing. I love it.
It's my favorite. Like, it is easily my favorite MCU outfit, like, of all time, because like I said, it's ripped straight from the comics. It's less bulky than anything else they've ever put her in. Don't get me started on the first costume they put poor Brie Larson in.
Oh no, the comparisons remember those comparisons they did with Tom Holland and her on the internet, like that first costume she had, like the butt. Her costumes in the first movie weren't the best, but I find it very hard for people to walk away from this movie and not like Carol and not like Brie's approach to it, because it was flawless. It was so good, down to how she physically looked. She looked like a hero. Sorry. Okay.
No, you are the world's leading authority on Brie Larson, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, here he is.
You're welcome. Yeah. United States of Terra. Damn it. Hammy, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is like a wake-up call. We're halfway through. It's that big final number before the intermission. I want Man Spider, and 90s kids will love this one. I'll tell you what. The big mutant spider that Spider-Man turns into in the animated series, or that multi-arc where he gets the 6 arms. They've done the 6 arms. So I want when he's just a big mutant spider, because I had that Toy Biz, I think it was Toy Biz 1 back in the day, and gimme. It's weird. So other than X-Men, I collect Spider-Man. My favorite like Spider-Man costume, so this would fit into that collection very well for me.
There's no chance that this is not going to get made at some point. No chance. I think it's Spider-Man. It's a big, cool monster design. It's that deluxe price point they love to hit us in the balls with. It's not an if, but a when. And I just hope that he is big and creepy and gross and has like removable drool and like all of that like nonsense.
Okay.
Because that's when I think of those episodes, I think of him running around, constantly drooling, making stupid noises, and that's exactly the vibe I want for this figure.
So bad, yeah.
How has the Spider-Man Classics version held up? Do you still have him, Hammy, or?
Yeah. Yeah. The original one?
Yeah.
No, I still have the original 6-armed, but I don't have the original Man Spider.
I gotcha.
Which the 6-armed one, it holds up super well considering the poor technology of giving a character 6 arms back then.
Yeah,
he looks great. I completely forgot Toy Biz had done Man Spider. He's going for, like $80 online. I guess that's not too bad, but still,
I imagine he's incredibly undersized.
That's fair. I didn't think about that. Yeah, he's probably undersized.
And we know you love some old outdated figures in your display, and the rest of us,
give me that long shot, right, Dayspring?
Wait, which one? The long shot? I still maintain that's one of the best Toy Biz figures.
One of the best Toy Biz figures that was 20 years ago. Yes,
I have to go. We have our old figures in storage, but we're gonna unearth them, and I'm gonna prove you guys wrong.
Please try.
I don't need to. I think I have 5 of those long shots sitting in a bin. I don't need to be proved wrong. I know how hideous it is.
Oh, my number 5
Yes,
is
your number 5.
Skin Generation X. Just want the character. We're big fans of Augustine here. We love the Gen X movie. So represent our boy Skin. I love him. Quintessential Gen X figure. I have nothing else to say. I just want him.
I'm not sure that anybody needs me to, go off about how much I love Generation X and how badly I want these figures. But yeah, Skin is obviously a must. She's obviously needs to be early in the whatever way they release them. I want him quickly. And I don't want them to cheap out on him. Even the Toy Biz vintage figure from 1996 was stretched out and kind of creepy looking, and I kind of want the same sort of vibe for that. So I don't know how they're going to do him justice, but do it.
Do you think they'll give him a Reed Richards budget? Do you think they'll give him extendable parts and stuff like that? I can understand them spending an extra $1 on Reed Richards, but do you think they would do that for Skin? An extra penny. Do you think he would be, how every wave has that one figure that you're that's where the budget went to? Do you think Skin would get the budget in order to do, I don't think so either. If they didn't do it for Chamber, they're not going to do it for Skin.
Chamber got a bit of a budget. Come on.
He was fiery. He just
wasn't fiery enough is the problem.
He was on my list of greatest figures of 2023. So I will hear no. We fought over that inclusion. I made sure that happened.
I know it was going to be another schism to kick off 2024. No,
Cyclops was right, and so was I.
So that's my number 5 would be Skin.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not a Gen X girly, so I'm here for it though. Because if they released every figure you guys asked for, I would do my own little Brie Larson moment and just start reading it so I could have the whole set.
Wait, have you not read Gen X?
Oh, I've seen the move. The do we call it a movie? I've seen the movie.
Finola Hughes was in it. It is. Finola was in there. Patty Hollowell, respect.
I do love it. But yeah, no, I've never really read any Gen X stuff, so I'm out of the loop on that. But I'm happy for you guys.
Total sidebar: is Finola Hughes on Cameo? Finola Hughes. Finola Hughes is on Cameo.
She's not.
She is, and you can message.
Does she?
Have you been trying to get a
hold?
Yes, I have $50.
Oh my god.
I've talked to her people have been like, we'll get back to you.
Yeah, no, they've
never do.
They've been brushing us off for forever.
Yeah.
At least they respond to you now, I guess.
Oh my god, she is. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna table this. Anyways, okay. Number 4. Hammy, what's your number 4?
I'm Googling. My number 4 is a wild card, but I think it will be respected. I want Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
10,000% yes.
No disagreement. 100% yes.
Imagine the Marvel live stream, and they're like, and our last figure is, and they say fucking Ben Affleck's Daredevil, gagged, gooped, I would scream. I'd be yelling.
I have been apparently I fight for a lot of things honor these days, but this was one of the OG things whose honor I fought for back in my message board days. Everybody shits on the Affleck Daredevil film, and it is.
I love it.
It's good. I'm sorry it's not everything that it ever needed to be to every comic book fan ever, but to a millennial 17-year-old who had a hard-on for Ben Affleck in high school. This is that podcast, sorry. The Daredevil movie is everything. And like I said, I rationally stand Jennifer Garner, and it needs to happen. I still have the Toy Biz one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we've got Toy Biz already, and that figure that's a good Toy Biz figure. I'll give it to him. But Hasbro would just knock it out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's perfect. I give us an Evanescence score when they announce this figure. Wake me up inside. I love it. Have you gotten into the part, Flink? I know you're reading The Reign of the MCU. Have you got into the part?
I finished that.
Oh, did you? Did you get to the part where they talked about how Daredevil objectively is a good movie? It just for whatever reason didn't land.
Yeah.
But I like that at least internally it gets that respect because I agree with you. It was not a bad movie whatsoever.
Nope. It maybe it doesn't hold up is that's a strong statement. It doesn't hold up necessarily, especially not after something as like amazing as Charlie Cox's, Daredevil. But like I said, for a certain generation, that movie was comic book movies for a while. So it is what it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to say that my number 4 requested figure is Jennifer Garner Elektra, because the second I saw Hammy put Affleck DD on here, I was like, goodbye, Exodius. Like you are off the list. If we're going there, let's go there. I am an irrational Jennifer Garner stan. I will fight to the death for her honor. I used to get in Sarah Michelle Gellar versus Jennifer Garner, J.J. Abrams versus Joss Whedon debates. Like, yeah,
this explains a lot about you.
Yeah, I'm always the underdog, right? Except one of those things I was very right about in the end, and I will take this moment to say I told you so. So,
wait. To me? No, I haven't liked Whedon since 2006, bitch. Don't come for me for that.
That's fine. I still told you so from 2003 to 2006.
Were we friends in 2003?
Retroactively.
Were we friends in 2003?
I don't know. Were we not? You're breaking my heart. You don't remember me?
I think 05 is when we became friends. So you had 1 year to tell me I told you so. You have 1 year.
We did fight about it. No, listen, nothing. I don't mean to pit women against women. Okay, Sarah Michelle Gellar is a badass. I love her.
You're canceled. That's it.
Jennifer Garner Elektra needs to happen. It can be in her Daredevil costume. It can be in her red Elektra movie costume. That movie, while probably of more questionable rewatchability than Daredevil, she was incredible in it and looked incredible and did all her own stunts. And I could go on for days. I'm going to rein it in. I don't care how they give it.
No, let loose, man. I agree with you. This is the only space you have to talk about Jennifer Garner as Elektra.
It's true.
Okay.
It's so true. Until this summer, until July, when everybody else suddenly fucking loves Jennifer Garner because of Deadpool 3, which if they make her, she's probably going to be wearing whatever she wears in that film, which is fine. I hope she's wearing red because gun ahead, I would probably prefer her in the Elektra costume from her movie.
Wait, did you know that Variety reported that she was going to be in it, but Jennifer Garner herself has not confirmed it, and she's still being cagey and coy when asked about it?
Gosh, what if only every celebrity who's ever been cast in a Marvel movie was always upfront and honest about their casting.
I know. Listen, I know. I just find it really curious that Variety, which is like industry pub, is saying she's going to be in it, and Jennifer Garner's still like, what? It's fun. I just like it.
I appreciate her adherence to the Marvel Studios tradition.
There you go.
There you go. I have no qualms with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. Give it a 2-pack. And Hammy, you said this the other day on DMs. Make J-Lo the kingpin.
Don't you air my dirty laundry out like that.
Speaking of J-Lo, have you seen the gorgeous picture that Brie Larson in her gorgeous Prada dress at the Golden Globes posted of herself with J-Lo last night?
I didn't see it. I don't.
You opened this door, Hammy. Did you know that you started this when you brought up J-Lo?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, no, she really did post it, but that's it. I just wanted to be a troll.
I don't follow Brie Larson on Instagram.
I hate all of you.
I follow her on YouTube though. I love her YouTube channel so much.
Fuck off.
Hammy's never coming back.
Fuck. I want this video demonetized. Fuck. You deserve nothing from this.
Okay. Well, since we're all going feral right now on the podcast, I'm gonna say my number 4 choice is feral. And oh my god, no!
I was like, bitch,
what the fuck are you doing? 7. Somebody check on this man.
No, because like my Zoom is covering it. I was like, oh, I did put Feral in there. Feral Wolverine. I want Feral Wolverine. That's it.
Oh, the audience was like, oh, going feral. He's probably going to say feral. And then you said feral, and they're like, yeah, that makes sense. And you're like, wait, not feral. And everyone was like, why? Wait, what?
Because why would you have a hot pink cat lady when you can have feral Wolverine with a blue mask? And because I love you, because today, Blink, I am building bridges with you. A red mask as well, if we want it. I will take a red or a blue mask, even though it only appeared on the Toy Biz prototype, and I told you so. Oh! No, you know what? Because I'm such a good friend, I didn't even question it. I thought you were right, and I thought I was wrong.
Well, I was right. It just wasn't in the way that I thought I was. Listen, feral Wolverine, is he on my top 50 list? No, but I will take an action figure of anyone. Is he a Joe Mad design? Maybe. Did Joe Mad draw him ever?
Joe Mad has drawn him. And I would want him with Storm. Joe Mad Wolverine and Joe Mad Storm. With the bangs and Feral. 2-pack. Make us 90s kids happy. That's it. We'll shut up.
Fair. Yes, I will buy that for Storm.
I'm anti-Wolverine, but I'm pro-Feral Wolverine.
Okay.
It just...
Interesting. Dive into these feels.
Yeah, because I think I argued against this for the best looks episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said that it's not the best.
It's a vibe, but it...
Agreed.
And that's exactly it. It is my childhood. It is my reading comics. It is this Wolverine I remember thinking was really cool back then. And I'm anti-Wolverine. This anniversary is killing me, guys. It's killing me with all these Wolverines. But
that you have to buy to get the figures you really want?
No comments. Listen, they didn't put Angel in a fucking 5-pack, so I'm happy.
Thank God for that, my lord. More deluxe figures.
I like this look. Well, I don't like the look, but I would buy the toy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a red bandana, even though that is how he was pictured on his prototype on the back of the card back from the Onslaught action figure line. Like, I wasn't totally crazy. I don't think we ever put a footnote into that episode, but whenever the last time we discussed this costume was,
I mentioned it in a follow-up episode, though. I said you were right. I'm consistent.
You mention it in every episode.
Every episode I talk about that.
I am a fan. I am not a contributor, and I can tell you it's been mentioned many times. You should listen to the most recent one. It's just Scott. It's so good. It's amazing.
Scott interviewed Jason Wu.
It was so professional. It was unbelievable. I thought I was listening to a different podcast.
You were.
Well, yeah. I edited the episode.
Oh, that's why it was so short.
It's like you're done after 20 minutes. No, that is a great episode. I love it. I told Scott, please continue doing interviews without me being present because he's such a wonderful interviewer.
Feral Wolverine 2024.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Coming. It's a vibe. I think if we are going to get a Feral Wolverine, it's going to happen this year for the 50th anniversary or a Deadpool wave. If the rumors are true that we'll see multiple versions of the characters, if that's true. Okay. All right. We're getting into top 3 territory. Blink, do you want to kick us off for your top 3? For your third?
Here's where we get into me feeling like I'm screaming into a void when I make these wish lists, which is why I got a little crazy with some MCU figures that will never happen. But now I'm back to the top 3 that I have had for forever. Kicking us off is Wolfsbane in her X Factor uniform, not a New Mutants uniform with a Wolfsbane head on it, please. Just the little wolf lady in her little bathing suit costume with her little metal shoulder pads would be very cute. Big hair on her would be amazing. If they wanted to do, a deluxe version with 3 different heads, great.
With her pony,
I'll buy that. Yes, with her Excalibur pony, absolutely, that has to be one of them. But yeah, no, Wolfsbane, X Factor, 90s, please. I beg.
Hopefully you won't be begging too long because it is worth mentioning that she is on the rumored lists that Displaying Model Behavior did report on at this point like a year ago, and all the figures on that list have come to pass.
Well, where's she at?
Hopefully they're just holding the announcement.
They're holding me hostage, is what they're doing.
Maybe they're going to pair her with feral Wolverine, and we'll get the crazy cat people, the crazy wolf people.
If they do her, then I feel like there's hope that we get a Hexiba.
Oh my God, please. No. Yes. Give us all. I think there's hope. Honestly, I don't think they would have given us Corsair and Chode without some sort of. There's only fucking what, 5 Starjammers, 4, 5, like.
Yeah.
Yes. Hepzibah. Use Wolfsbane as an excuse to also give us Hepzibah.
There's nothing to say. We've been talking about this figure for years and giving 100%. Reasons why we want this figure. It's. I have the Wolfsbane head on the Polaris body right now for my display.
Oh, yeah, that works.
It's fine, but we need the bathing suit, right? We need the hairy legs, we need the hairy arms. It just doesn't feel the same without it.
No. Do you remember that? Okay, let me see. I don't want to take out my Polaris head and put that there. But do you guys remember the Toy Biz figure that or the Toy Fair, the one that you had to mail away for, of Wolfsbane?
Oh, she was She-Force.
Oh, she was She-Force.
Puzzle Zoo.
Oh no! Wait,
of course. Who was hair glued on?
Yeah, who was the mail away one? Was it Feral that was the mail away?
It was Feral. Feral was the Toy Fair mail away. That was also Deathbird head on a black cat body with like a Gambit vinyl cape, hot pink outfit. It was bad news.
That was the sexiest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
With a vinyl Gambit. It was just, you
knowing part for part that figure was so hot. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God, we are that podcast. Hammy's WAP now for you.
I really am.
Like this knowledge has been in my head, Hammy, since 1992, and it, like, I thank the Lord I do have a job where some of it comes in handy now, but like we could use more toys.
Like, your coworkers must hate you so much when a toy comes in and you're dissecting it part for part.
Yeah, no. My coworkers actually hate me because I'm the guy who's like, oh yeah, you should totally buy that. Like there's poor Hunter at work. He likes to tell. He's very nice and diplomatic, and he says things like, oh, before I worked here, I only owned 3 action figures, and because of you guys, I now own like 50. And when he says you guys, he's being nice. He's referring to me. It's me. I'm the toy pusher in the office. But yeah, this head is full of toy knowledge. I can tell you basically if Toy Biz kit bashed a figure, I can probably identify every single part on it. And for that matter, probably Hasbro too.
Oh.
Well, they reuse so much now that it's a little hard. But like in the early days of Legends, yeah, I could probably clock it all.
Amazing. Slay.
You know this.
I know this firsthand. I've lived with this since either 2003 or 2005.
It was probably, let's just take the average and call it 04.
Okay, it was 04. That probably makes sense because I was probably in my dorm on Foosh, very active. That's probably when we started talking.
Yeah.
My number 3 pick is Haven. Obviously, a big X. I was saying a big X villain, not a big X villain, but an iconic X-Force villain. And I want her. I want her big old helmet. I want her hair. I want her armor. I want Haven. Irrational. I just think we can get her. That's it.
Not being shady. Not trying to correct you.
Okay.
But was it X-Force? Was she also big in X-Force? Because I only remember her in X Factor, and it's like
I remember her in X-Force. Oh, okay. Was it X Factor? It's probably X Factor.
I don't. Well, you know.
Why do I associate? Was she
Marvel Legends?
Hang on, Haven X-Force. Why do I remember her on an X-Force?
You could be right.
Though?
X-Force is the one that I've read.
I trust you. This is because I love you so much. I'm like, no, you are probably right. I think she
that's
was
what I remember her from, and
she had a minute there. I think
there was a minute there which I think she was maybe in like all of the annuals one year or something, and then only ever popped up in X Factor again. But don't trust my knowledge.
Let's go. You know who we're gonna trust? We're gonna trust UncannyXmen.net.
Well, first I want to ask Hammy. Does he know who this? No. Hammy does not know who Haven is.
Let me tell you, I Googled it. I just Googled it now, and I Googled Haven X-Men, and the first article that comes up is from X-Men Rebirth.fandom.com, and it says Haven, and then it says Powers and abilities coming soon. Notes coming soon. Trivia coming soon.
And it looks like she mostly was X Factor. So I don't know why I retroactively revising history and putting her in X Force.
Because she looks like such a fucking X Force character.
She is an X Force vibe.
She's busy.
She was busy. She's got the big old helmet, everything. Listen, I just love her. I loved her card growing up. Having this figure would make me very happy, and having her back in the comics would make me very happy too.
Yes, I was just about to say, like, I remember, whether I'm right about her being in all the annuals that year, which would have probably been around 93. No, I don't know. Can't trust my brain, but I do remember her from X Factor, and anything involving 90s X Factor I want, so definitely give me that. But also, I think she's one of those characters that probably does deserve a revisit, because my God, she was like a pretty big threat, like an omnipotent kind of thing that, if I remember correctly, she was kind of just snuffed out. Like, I don't know if she's alive anymore. So bring her back before the Krakoa era is over so we can have a new start with Haven, please. Can you tell me what her powers are off the top of your head? Close your browser. I want to...
No, I'm trying to remember. No, I was looking.
Coming soon.
No, I remember she had it was like pocket dimensions, right? Isn't that what she was known for? She was known for
I
like
asked
pocket
you
dimensions.
this question. I have no idea.
Hang on, let's see. I have her right here.
I know that she's a lady with a helmet, and she glows, and she may also have puffy sleeves.
Yeah, so she has access to spiritual pocket dimensions whose reality is subjected to her thoughts, allowing her to transport over a lot of distances on Earth by using her dimension as a hub. She can manipulate landscapes and dimensions, and she can cast people through dimensions to the edge of oblivion.
Jesus.
Damn, that is some OP character right there.
Well, that's why she's dead and no one's touched her since, because what the fuck do you do with that?
Whatever, she's
That's why Lila Cheney's off on the other side of the galaxy all the time.
Someone threw shade at Lila Cheney the other day. Sorry.
Who?
I'm forgetting who it was. I'm trying to remember.
Possibly me.
It was probably
blast them. Very rarely am I like, I can think of the 2 times where this has happened. Very rarely am I blown away by a character I don't know, and this is absolutely one of them. Like, or I should say a design I don't know. When we did the episode with Sean and he brought Doom 2099, I couldn't believe how incredible that costume was. And Flink, I think it was you brought the image of Sue Storm with the boob window with the big gun.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I have not stopped thinking about that since that day.
Spoilers for my number 1 figure. No.
Yeah.
It's
and
not,
this character, this Haven lives up to it. Like, I am gobsmacked by this design. It's fucking fantastic. It's so outrageous and just incredible.
Hammy, you need to do Sue Storm with the boob window for your Patreon.
Please.
I need a big gun. Oh wait, no.
We know you have a big gun. It's all of our Insta feeds.
You absolutely set yourself up for that one.
I'm well aware. It's a great design. I would probably buy this figure for the same reason I would buy like a Rasputin, or the same reason I bought oh my God. Fake fan. Who's the one from Spawn that they brought over? Angela. That figure, sorry, I know. That was in my top Marvel Legends too, which is pathetic. That figure is unbelievable, and this has some of that energy, so I would buy this anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. So I hadn't looked at her in a while, and so I'm like Googling, was she on the animated series?
I think she was in Beyond Good and Evil, wasn't she? In the background?
She was.
Yeah. So I knew she had like psychic-y energy, but...
Look at her.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry Houston.
Was she not on Spider-Man as well? It says she was on Spider-Man, for Christ's sake. What? Hold on.
I don't remember that.
She's cool, but we're giving her too much time.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Hammy is speaking sense.
Okay, we're going to do a deep dive into Haven. Watch out for that. Familia. Hammy, your number 3 is actually a really good one.
I think it's simple. It's easy. I think a lot of people would want it. I think Is it most wanted? Maybe not. Is it wanted? Yes, it's Dakin. We need a revamp. I do think I would want him in his like Wolverine style costume, but I would be happy having him in civilian sexy clothes, or I don't know. I would like one.
The lack of Wolverine family members in the 50th anniversary celebration thus far has been baffling, because I thought we were for sure going to get a Laurel, a Dakin, and a Honey Badger.
One would think, but
it's not their anniversary, is it?
Yeah, but
wow.
It's probably they're what I care the most about when we're talking about Wolverine, probably. So I would very much like this figure. I think if it happens, it will probably just be him in the brown suit again, which, like you said, is fine with me. But if I had my way, of course, I would take himbo.
Shirtless tattoo. Yeah.
Absolute himboed up. But either way he comes, I would be happy with him. And I don't think
that joke was only for the YouTube crowd.
Yeah, only for the YouTube crowd. I'm telling jokes that I don't even intend to here, but they're good ones, right? No, but
you guys are on fire today. That's all I have to say.
I was gonna say, I'm not in my home right now. I'm staying with a friend, and she has got the fucking heat turned up in here. I am dying. Can you tell? Like, I feel like I'm melting.
We can
tell. So if I'm being extra sassy, it's because I am physically very warm right now. No, I give us the Dakin, give us however he comes, as long as he comes, right? Isn't that
right? That's the one, baby. That's it.
I 100% agree. I think this is a great pick. I don't think modern era would work. I think it would have to be, classic Dakin.
Just take his shirt off. It's fine.
As long as he's got nipples. As long as the figure's got nipples, we're happy.
That's true, honestly.
Yeah. No, if he's shirtless and should have nipples, that would, yes, please.
All right. Number 2. Oh, I just noticed Hammy and I probably align on this if you want to take yours.
Oh, Blink. Yeah.
Because me and Hammy kind of align if you want to take your number 2 first.
Yeah, go ahead, Flink.
Yeah, Flink.
Oh, I thought you were telling Hammy.
No, I said you go because I'm going to rant.
I'm sorry. I was looking at what your figures were and zoning out and discuss like, oh yeah, those are similar. Fine. Okay. So back on track. Woohoo. Okay. So my number 2 pick, I'm just going to keep asking for her year after year. We've already invoked her many times. Ms. Farrell. I need her. The hot pink kitty lady. There's just no notes. Hot pink kitty lady. She needs a tail. Give her to us.
I feel Hammy, has a mic drop on this. I think Hasbro knows if they gave it to us, we would be done with X-Force, and we wouldn't be. Some collectors would not be revisiting Waves.
I might be wrong about this, but I think it would also finish the like. Is there anyone else we're missing from that Jim Lee poster? That long from X-Men 1.
Oh, the best is yet to come. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. Yes, we are still missing someone. I'm not at liberty to digress.
Yeah,
divulge who that character is at this time.
Yes.
With the exception,
but maybe when we're done talking about our number 2 picks, we can circle back.
We'll circle back on the best is yet to come. Okay.
No, I just please.
Just saying. Farrell's been on the list for every time. Again, most of the characters on your list truly would have been my list. Like, if I wasn't trying to not copy you, we would have had a lot of overlap.
It's fine. We can overlap. There's no problem.
It would be a shorter episode and people would thank us. So, yeah, I think you're right. We should have overlapped a little bit.
Next year. But I think people love lists. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
People love you guys. That's why this episode will do very well. It's because of you guys.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Farrell, please.
Farrell, perfect.
Farrell, slam dunk. Hemi, what's our number 2 pick?
So our number 2s are New Mutant related. Mine is generic. Yours is specific. I want just a male New Mutant body with some different heads to go with my ladies. It's all I need. Give me the same pattern. Please just do not change it so that I need new ladies. Give me the same pattern, just on a male body. I don't care which one. Give me the Bucky mold everyone hates. I don't care. Just give it to me and some heads.
Which heads would you
have
want?
To match.
Which heads would you want?
Oh my god, the yellows absolutely would not match too.
They absolutely wouldn't.
That's the fucking kicker.
The
It's been too long. It's been too long.
The bane of the 90s display is that X Factor yellow is never going to match. Never going to match.
I certainly want Sunspot and Cannonball, and I mean, Doug would be nice, but I do kind of want a different looking Doug, which is kind of a spoiler. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. How many heads would you want to get? How much head would you want?
As much head as I can get. No, I think what's fair for the New Mutants,
realistically,
Sunspot, Cannonball, and Doug Ramsey, which is my second choice. I put here on the list that I wanted Doug Ramsey with the Warlock arm. I would love 10 of Swords specifically with the Warlock sword as well. It's probably not going to happen, but I think a generic New Mutant body with Sam, with Sunspot, and Cypher will be great.
Yeah, it's so simple. It's, again, Hasbro, I hope you're listening and you've recognized that the whole world knows what you're doing by not giving us figures to finish our list. But it's inexcusable. It's one figure that is a simple, boring mold that you just give different heads to, and everyone's going to have to buy 3 of them.
Yeah,
it's like
printing money.
It's printing money.
Well, like the stuff for Cuckoos, like the Danny Moonstar, figure. I mean, people just go out and they buy in bulk. I'm curious if maybe it was planned, but something happened with Walgreens because they're no longer doing Walgreens figures. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what happened to the back end. And by the way, I don't think I would have ever asked for a male New Mutants body had Ryan Ting not mentioned that to us like 5 years ago at this point. And now it's like, I will never not think of it.
Never. I'll never and once we have the Wolfsbane 90s figure that I desperately want, I can switch to being mad that it was a Wolfsbane head, not a Magma head included with the female New Mutant, and we'll never have Magma. But I digress. Male New Mutant, yes, for all the reasons mentioned above. I think I will agree that Doug Ramsey's best look is his Krakoan look. I think the likelihood of that happening as the Krakoan era is ending is now nil. So I agree. I think this male New Mutant body anchored as a Cannonball figure is like the way to go.
We have finally arrived at our number 1 choice. Woo! And
thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, seriously.
Hammy and I actually have kind of a similar choice as well. Why don't we kick off our number 1 choice, Hammy?
My number 1, I can't believe I've never thought of it before. I can't believe Hasbro hasn't done it. I can't, it came to me like in a fever dream. I just want a diamond version of Emma. It's fucked. I'll say it. It's fucked that we don't.
It is fucking
think of
ridiculous.
All the ones we have gotten with Select and the older waves, and they do Invisible Woman, they give her some little invisible parts, and we don't have a diamond. It's what she does.
It's her power.
They don't ever give her telekinetic effects or anything either. So you just get Emma, which thank you. Not biting the hand who feeds, please, more Emma. But yeah, I want a diamond Emma. I don't think it's too much to ask for.
No, and Diamond Emma is one that Hasbro they owe us a redo on from their pathetic, terrible attempt. They owe us, just like they owed us a new Banshee, they owed us a new Astonishing Emma. They've delivered on that. Now just do what you did last time and reissue the pretty Emma in a diamond form. You're right, it is super simple. Just do it. Just do it. It's easy.
I agree. I mean, the Walgreens Sue Storm came with translucent parts that you could swap out. Yeah, I mean, you could have done that easily with an Emma figure. It is curious that we haven't gotten a Diamond Emma variant.
I genuinely was in shock when I thought of it, because I was like, it seems if they used the Iceman molds,
Yeah.
like the whatever plastic they use for that, and just put it in the same Emma mold. You've already got it.
Yeah.
You've already
No.
got it.
Now, would you just want her translucent with no like sparkle effect, or would you want some glitter in there mixed in there just for fun?
I would want some either glitter, or they have to give her like a pearl coating. You remember the 5-pack X-Men of the like in their original costumes?
Yeah.
They had like a really busted Iceman, but he was like pearlescent.
Yes.
So not diamondy, but kind of pearly. They could do something like that maybe. But I don't know how the figure would look if it just had glitter in the plastic, but I'm here for it.
I'm thinking about it now. I think Hasbro actually did something like that with the Singularity figure that they did in the
that one too.
Box set a few years back. I think she did. She was like a translucent blue with some glitter embedded, and she wound up looking. It's not a character I display, sorry, but it wound up being a pretty cool looking figure. So if they could do something like that, like not where she's like a glitter action figure, but I would like, I think it would translate. Just take it over the top if they put embedded just a little glitter. A little glitter makes everything better.
Yeah, that figure looks great.
The Marvel Legends Emma is translucent, but she like has like blondish, hair still
looks like
tinted.
pee.
Yeah, she looks like pee. Where the Marvel Select Emma is straight up like translucent, like no
figure.
Did you notice that between the fleshy Emma and the diamond Emma for the Marvel Select, they had different colors for their costumes? Like she was all white and diamond, and then she was a blue wash
yeah.
And I liked the diamond figure better, honestly.
Same. I did. Oh my gosh, she does look like pee. She was, by the way, but she was an improvement to that Nihilus Wave Emma.
So yeah, to be fair, the Diamond Select Diamond Emma is okay, just out of scale and outdated at this point. But yes, the Hasbro PP Emma, she's just such a strange color, and she's turning more yellow the older she gets. That gal.
Oh my God.
I don't know when the last time you've seen her, but she's not.
I sold her. I could
at the bottom of the bin. Oh, I can't sell Emma. Emma's one that I'm gonna.
I don't know why I sold her. It was probably I don't know why. We sold her off. We sold her as part of a lot.
Not even her own.
Not even on her. Well, no, but she would be like 99 cents. Like she's
Emma
so
would
cheap.
never.
Now watch this figure is gonna be worth like $1 million one day. Speaking of Emma, that's my top choice, Generation X Emma. For all the reasons we have discussed, I want the Generation X team. I think Emma in her Gen X outfit, give her a whip. I am perplexed why in this last wave we did not get her in her Generation X outfit, since we had Chamber and M already there. Why did we get an Astonishing Emma? She's a great figure. Happy we have her. Just curious with that selection.
They got to keep They got to keep teasing us. You know it. It's just the same thing that Hamy's been saying. Why they won't complete these teams? Like same shit, different character. But I am with you. We need Gen X Emma. I want her exactly as she appears, not hyper stylized, but like when I'm talking costume and accessories and hair. I want her exactly as she appears in Gen X #1 in the panel. When she's standing there with her riding whip, head cocked, with like the hair covering like part of her face, like that. When I think of Generation X Emma, I think of that exact panel, and that's kind of what the Toy Biz Gen X Emma figure was adapted from, because she had that weird fire broom, but when you think about it, it was really her riding whip just blown up real big with fire on top of it. I was an adult before I realized that was a sex toy that my Generation X Emma action figure came with as a child. But no, I want her. I want her exactly like that, please. But do you, circling back to the Toy Biz Gen X Emma figure, do you want her with her thighs out or her thighs
with her thighs out? I never had, so I didn't know the one with the thighs covered was ever a thing. I didn't know it was a thing until
That's
later
because
on.
Emma wore pants when she was teaching Generation X, and she shouldn't have had her thighs out. That figure was a mistake, and they corrected it.
I didn't know. And she was a wider shade, right?
She was. It was the same sort of situation that you just said with the Diamond Select. One of them had like the
Like it was a different
Bluish.
show. You're right. Listen, dude, I'm not disagreeing with you on in that you're right that she has the, it's white. Her thighs are not out, but I love her with her thighs out. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
The
I would
heart
take it.
wants what the heart wants.
That nostalgia is killer, man. I totally get it. Hammy, are you on board with the Gen X Emma as a non-Gen X collector so far?
I not to be cliche, I've been just an Emma stan, so yes, I would get it absolutely.
So she's
he's
one
like,
that you
I
would do
want
a whole
her.
display of.
I would do an Emma display. I don't know if there's enough of them necessarily, but I'd probably go the similar way. Like I have an Iceman display, and it's just all Icemen from like every
Yeah,
toy
the
company.
generations.
I would do that with Emma.
Yeah, a shrine, if you will.
A shrine of
Yeah.
Emma Frost.
It would be a hideous shrine. But
No shit. Yeah, she's had some questionable stuff.
I thought Hammy was going to say, I want Emma in the white costume with the yellow boots and belts that she had later on in Generation X. Can you imagine?
No.
I'd take it, but just not first.
Imagine if I knew that. If I knew that.
But I bet you that's the Emma we're going to get. If we get a Generation X Emma, it's going to be that one because that can easily be like the school uniform one, just repainted.
I mean, fair, but no, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
All right. Can you get to your number one? Because I have Jim Lee's The Best Is Yet to Come up, and I want to go through every figure on it.
You thought we were done as soon as I listed my number one. We were not done. If you couldn't guess, if you're not watching YouTube, you are not noticing. I'm wearing a Rachel Summers Phoenix shirt because yet again, my number one most wanted figure, for the love of fucking God, is Rachel Summers in her spiky red leather dominatrix Excalibur outfit. I for the 1 millionth time, I want her to be a deluxe figure. I want her to have a powered down head, a powered up flame hair head, and a powered up with her tattoo showing and clip-on Phoenix effects. For the love of God, I don't even need like a giant Phoenix Firebird. I just need the Excalibur number one underarm flames. Please, Lord, Rachel Summers with a mullet and a rat tail in a red leather costume, please.
No notes. 100% agree. The only thing I can say is that Dwight is very aware of it. Dwight called us out. I was wearing the Huff jacket at New York Comic Con. He knows. Dan Hu has said it to him that we're missing her. He's well aware.
He knows, but does he care?
We got a tease. We got a tease of a little fire effect at the end.
It's gonna be Jean, and you know it. Like, come on.
Oh my God.
I know.
It's Cannonball.
Without legs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you remember that scandal? Simpler times. Simpler times.
It was. Oh
Those were the
God.
good
All right.
days.
So you got a list. What's your list? What is this new
Okay,
list?
so I'm looking. So no, I'm looking at the best is yet to come. Let's go through them really quickly.
Really quickly.
Really quickly. Okay, so Beast, we have Beast. Feral and Wolfsbane would be the ones we need to complete, and Rachel. Those are the three.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Can you believe that we have Megan before those three? Like, what?
Yeah, so just to go through them really quickly, we have Shatterstar, we have Shadowcat, we have Nightcrawler, we have Psylocke, we have Boom Boom, Wolverine, Domino, Storm, Warpath, Colossus, Archangel, Rogue, Captain Britain, Lockheed. We do have Lockheed.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We have Cannonball, we have Strong Guy, we have Cable, we have Jean, we have Polaris, we have Havoc, we have Cyclops, Gambit, Megan, Xavier. We have them all. We just do not have those three.
I just want to be clear, like we could nitpick this image and say we need new Boom Booms and new Dominoes and this, that, and the other.
Professor X in purple.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, Hasbro,
No.
we're gonna let you off real simple. Just give us Feral and 90s X Factor Wolfsbane and Rachel in her red leather. Like, please make the people happy. We promise we will still buy your toys as long as they're appealing, which of course they will be, because I know that they know that they have me by the balls. All right. Like, that's just the way it is. I've been in this clearly.
They know that you know that they know.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't know that you know that they know that they know that you know.
Correct.
Now you know.
Ya tu sabes.
Yabu Babes.
Should we wrap this up for the good people with our Build-A-Figure?
Wait, yes, I was going to say we can't. We have our Build-A-Figures, but quickly, let's say
I would never skip over the an opportunity to demand one more figure.
go. I actually like your Build-A-Figures.
Me too.
I want to revise
Yes.
my answer. But anyways, go.
That's fine. Revise away while I talk about how I want Cameron Hodge. And I'm not talking like business suit and glasses Cameron Hodge from the animated series. I'm talking big, ugly, mechanical beast Cameron Hodge from what? Extinction Agenda? Sorry, there's so many X crossovers. Extinction Agenda, he came back in that form in Second Coming and stabbed poor Karma through the leg. Like, give me that disgusting version of the character. I need him. I want him. And yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do we need him?
100%. Like,
It's
I would
such a
love him.
weird
Like,
figure.
yeah, like I would just want him very phalanx-y, like his like neck like extended, his face looking really angry. Like I want it all. Give it to me. I would be curious on the mechanics and how it gets done. Like, right, that's always been like my thing with Shadow King. How do we get like a Shadow King Marvel Legends?
Well, we have one.
Okay, fine, bitch.
Come
Fine,
on.
yes. Come on, kit bashing. But yeah, I would 100% want him. There, I have no notes. I think that's a perfect figure. Give me him and X Factor Jean. I would be a happy person for 2024.
Even though she wasn't your number one figure.
Well, that's true. God, you're
I
so
took it.
Yes.
It's a great call. I thought it was such a fun answer to this question. There are so many different designs. Obviously, he's had a toy. That one's fine. If they did a recreation of that, I think it would be cool. But I think it'd be nice if they went a little grosser, a little weirder.
A little bigger, a little more capable of stabbing legs. And I don't know, when I think of like, I'm not even sure I think
Mojo.
of yeah,
looking,
like that, like kind of on his little like Mojo legs. And I also, I don't know, it was probably around X Factor like 100 or so, but there was like a thing of him. It was his monstrous head on like a cardboard cutout of his old like human body, and he was just creepy and scary. Like I'm gonna find that panel for you guys at some point. Not to drag this out. At some point, I'll find this for you. And it just really stuck with me. And I want creepy businessman / murderous Cameron Hodge.
Yes. Love it. I want, and I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I'm reading reviews for Finola Hughes on Cameo.
Of course.
She only has a 4.96 rating. Ooh. So I'm looking at the bad reviews. But anyways, I want my Build-A-Figure dream would be Gateway, and I want him with a big old power effect, like his hand up and like a big smoke opening up portal, translucent, all the bells and whistle. I know Gateway would be a smaller figure, but I would make up for it with his power effect. That's how I would want him.
Like a Rocket Raccoon Build-A-Figure. What the fuck is that all about?
But with a big power effect.
I mean, let's be honest. They're just going to give him the Doctor Strange portal. Like,
yeah, you're right.
But that works. I mean, people are already using that for Outback X-Men displays, and it looks good and it works. I don't know.
True.
You're right.
Listen, I'm never going to argue against anything associated with Outback X-Men. Like, that is my drug of choice when it comes to X-Men is Outback, and I'll take him. Like exactly as you described. Give him a rock to sit on, make it even better.
It's not a bad idea.
Hammy, bring us home.
Mine is so boring, but it is so necessary. I want a Build-A-Figure Sentinel that is a reasonable size to display somewhere. I have had this fucking HasLab sitting by my desk for how many years?
Yeah.
Just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because I have nowhere to put it. And I took all its extra parts and I have them in my displays, but like the actual Sentinel, I can't do anything. Please, Hasbro, give me a reasonable Sentinel. I don't want to buy all those shitty like 9-inch ones, and I need a Build-A-Figure Sentinel, please.
So like how big, what is a reasonable size? Like give me a comparison. Like are we talking like a Toy Biz Sentinel? Is that reasonable, or is even that
Toy Biz would be a reasonable size. I would say like smaller than the Ant-Man HasLab, but bigger than most normal Build-A-Figures, like bigger than like Onslaught. But it doesn't have to be detailed. Skip on the details. It's a robot, right? Like
yeah.
give
Go
me
with like
a
an
bigger-
animated series inspired design. That was pretty streamlined. It was more, I mean, it's
Yeah, I
a great
agree.
design, don't get me wrong, but for a Sentinel, it was way less busy than usual.
Would you
Yeah.
display an animated series Sentinel with your main display?
If it
Yeah.
wasn't cell shaded.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's a fair
Ooh,
point.
Shivers. Ugh.
Or you'd have to
Not
get
by
that
Hasbro
nail.
anyway. Sorry, guys.
You'd have to get that nail polish remover.
Get
Nah,
that pee off the leg.
Oh my god! You know I cannot look at that Wolverine figure without thinking he wet himself.
I'm
ruined
sorry.
You ruined that figure for me.
But come on, it's in a good way, and I ruined it in like the best way.
You know, a lot of the top 10 lists for Marvel Legends has put they put the X-Men 97 Wolverine on it.
It's a
I-
good.
yeah, I
I
can
almost
understand
got that.
Yeah.
I almost got
yeah.
that. Yeah. I think it's
He
better
was-
than the one we have.
I agree. He was one that I checked for when everything was on clearance after initially passing on him, but unfortunately, of course, Wolverine, X-Men 97 in general, I don't think ever really went on sale, but of course, of them, Wolverine is the least likely to. Whoops, silly me for even looking.
We'll find out next year at Ross if they if there's a
Oh,
plethora
God.
of them waiting around.
I will say my last thought on the Sentinel is like if we're talking like a more traditionally sized like Build-A-Figure Sentinel, I'm surprised that I'm the one saying this and not you, Dayspring, is I would kind of go for like a Marvel versus Capcom style like Sentinel.
That
Yeah,
I
I would
think-
want Marvel versus Capcom in general.
Well,
anything.
yes.
I'll take anything from that
Yeah.
game, please.
I started collecting before we moved down here to New York. I bought some of the vintage old 5-inch figures of
They're
that
expensive
era.
for 5-inch
They are.
figures.
They are really
Crazy.
expensive. I forgot which. I don't remember which one. There was one with Cammy. I don't think I got the Cammy one.
Would
Cammy
you
and
wrong for
Gambit.
that? You
Cammy
wouldn't
and
get
Gambit,
Kylie,
yeah.
would you? You hate me.
I know. Oh, you're seeing Kylie in a couple weeks.
I am. I like my God.
All right, so we did it. That is our 2-hour episode on Marvel Legends.
I don't know what kind of edit you're going to have to do to make that work, but people are going to be questioning why I'm holding my head, and we'll just leave it there.
Listen, I had a great time. Like
I'm happy. I'm
talk
happy
about
for you.
these toys all day to anyone in the world, but it's especially fun to talk to people who know and care and are into it just as much as I am. I don't get to do this like Kiki like this, toys all the time with people who get it. So it's nice. It's nice. And it was long. So thank you to everyone who stuck with us, but hopefully it was worth it because I had a blast.
All right, so where can folks find you guys on the internet? What do you guys have coming up? Go for it.
You can find me doing this kind of stuff on Instagram. I am not doing a whole lot besides going to see Kylie. After that, I am very poor and will be doing nothing. But yeah.
Good.
Have
Well, you have
fun.
more time now that your renovations are done. You'll have more time to be on the podcast.
Please, my
Weekly.
God. I would love to set up my geek room, have a cute shot behind me of toys and comics, not have a blurry
Mhm.
situation happening here. Like, yes, it's happening. It's happening. Bet on it.
Hammy, what do you have coming up? Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at hammy73 or michael.ham.cosplay for my cosplay stuff. I'll be at Emerald City Comic Con in February, end of February, if you'd like to
Jealous.
come say hi. But other than that, I don't have a lot going on. But I do also want to say, like Flink, thank you, listeners, for listening this long, and thank you guys for doing this. Because I don't know shit about comics, so I don't get to be on this podcast very often. So I take any opportunity I can to pop on.
And we love to have you.
I love you both so much. I knew this episode was going to be long. I was ready for it. The only asterisk I want to put on this conversation is that Fanola may have 4.96 on Cameo, but it's only a 3-star rating she got once, and the person just wrote under comments other. So we can assume this was a false review, and someone accidentally just like slip of a finger gave her a 3. So she would be near perfect on Cameo, and that's where everyone should go right now, is get a Fanola Hughes Cameo.
But yeah,
for
buy us all
$50.
Fanola Hughes cameos.
Well, your birthdays are coming up, right? Amy, what's your birthday again?
It was in December, so
Oh, that's
but
right.
it's fine.
Wait,
So
no.
mine's coming
Oh
up.
no. I'm sorry. Yes, you were in December. We wish you a happy birthday. But it's Sean. Sean is in February, and then it's you, Flink.
Yeah, I'm
There
in
you
March.
go.
So
There you go.
buy me cameo from Generation X movie actors, please.
I'm gonna get you George Santos for your birthday.
Bitch, I want to
As
see
long
if you can
as he's
afford that
sassy.
$4,000. $4,000.
Bitch,
Oh my god, where can people find you, Dayspring?
At Power of X-Men. That's it. What do we have coming up? We have MegaCon, WonderCon, MutantCon, and we have stuff working on the podcast.
As always.
As always, stay tuned.